Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Come on. Sorry to keep you
Better late than I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of the... Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was... But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
You win. That might even be enough. Hey, before... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel hardly ever see around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some... You can take it...
Says the man who spends most of his time behind it.
Only 'cause you keep sending me.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, after Blackthorn gets what he...
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be...
We should go out on... It beats sneaking around on...
I'll make a start on putting this... It'll take some time, mind.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll...
Suppose we'd better be getting back.
Give us a shout if you need it.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. All done?
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's...
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, will be repurposed.
salvage from the ruins. I thought that...
But we don't have...
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the myth excess heat is now. In other words, this is where our and why.
You can stop that. Mid said we might be able to use part. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in law. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, it's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's,
I see. Then I said, would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my...
Safe.
Oh, there you are, Sid. The ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you.
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Nice try. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid!
You shouldn't have...
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you.
All right.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. And...
Right. Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the end, which is why a prism for the... I thought a triple. The helm and the plate. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of obscure... I know whose counsel I would seek.
Tomes, I've got all the details written down. Can you take this to him?
Right away. Harpocrates.
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? What are these notes around the edge?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The ship can yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not, as you can imagine. She's struggling to find anything.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution.
Perhaps it is not a different material.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine. At timber and steel, and yet we have made a home here from those
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. It is said to be able to, before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against.
So if we could recreate...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection. I shall speak to them and see what... If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary the knowledge...
Thank you. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand, do you?
I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do as
The other can assist me in researching how...
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
So, Clive, who will accompany you on your...
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a...
Garlic. Are you sure this is the... List. Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items, so much so now, of course, they can be obtained.
Well, isn't that... I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to...
All right.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research. Now, where's Taya?
And what can I do for you? I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
There's talk at the glass gate. How the hell is anyone supposed to... Keep them pilchers nice and chill.
Need to stock up on
I won't
these.
have you
There you are, Taya.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps...
All right.
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got...
What do you want? And thanks for nothing.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I trust it's all here.
That should do it. Hopefully Taya's finished too.
Fresh cuts! Come and get up! You'll not find a bruised pivot.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say...
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. No luck, though. My usual suppliers...
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, I came here with Sid once. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, It's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us. Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progress?
Well, very well indeed. I was just explaining to Taya how we might best go about preparing. And now that we have all the ingredients...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of...
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make...
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then. Sorry to keep you...
You found something?
In a manner of... He's super...
Brilliant.
Oh, that...
Right then, to the black...
You know, when I got into this, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not...
Displacement stack.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's crap. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive. That's one down and just 3...
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build...
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over there, searching for a land untouched by... So if the worst... That's what she was meant to be. You see, but now she's so close to being finished. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but...
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad...
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit...
I was. And you can come too, now that you're...
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess.
Aye, aye, Cap...
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway... No excuses now, though.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing.
She said that?
She...
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? She'll probably be halfway to Canva.
Mid.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but... But anyway, I was on my way. Got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding up.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mean...
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed?
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might...
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can just be sure to give Sid and the others my regard.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll...
I hope she's telling the truth, at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I think Mid might need some help.
Well, nice. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic. Lovely bit of kit. Problem is, which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicine.
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for the...
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Gave me a sample. You pour the... Sir? And do you know what?
I take it that's where I...
I saw a billet on the hunt board for one. Would have gone myself, but... Well...
All right.
Thank you, kind...
How are you feeling?
Better.
Come on.
Yeah!
This won't be easy.
I can walk from here.
Here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
It's over. Now to collect the ash. I should probably have brought it back. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. The wine needs more than...
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
All right there, Sid. How's that hunt for the bomb?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. You're a gent, Sid. Right then. Let's... There we... The Telemon Alembic. And it...
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder.
There's no need.
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in.
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the... Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll...
Well...
That's the spirit. Leave it. Well?
It certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us. And...
Well, don't just stand there, go. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
Faster!
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think?
How nice. They have a hideaway of their own.
Fine hound.
We've done the Republic a service. I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
It's over!
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, Perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps.
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You will trust the words of this traitress. She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast. Fly, Ambrosia!
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end. More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the Crystal's blessing. Back to the stables, Carl.
Buckler.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap. Out of my sight, wretch. Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as...
I'll take the large one.
Ah, Good.
Clive,
Slow down, Good.
it's me traders. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the...
Do you remember?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me. Here.
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy month.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child.
I know where. No one knows more about what goes on.
Where do we find?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way.
No time like the...
You two go. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure now that...
All right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
To the check.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Just don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down, which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being, and with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black...
Yes, passes are inscribed with the names of their owners. And yet none of the
Which means?
that someone is the same someone who is encouraged, and the same someone who had... Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants. Will you stand with us? You want to get your part, and we want to catch whoever's behind it all. And two birds.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that... but the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to...
So either we find the people who took the pass...
All right.
Thank you, but I don't know...
Clive.
A pleasure doing business.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading this. I suggest
The furniture
Out of my sight, wretch!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
The caravan stops next to the
Juicy pears! Snake your neck!
Are you the furniture?
Looking for some... Ah!
She told me you were leading the hunt.
For one, that they're tucked harder to... Not that...
Their eyes must have lit.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Can I
She's asked me to help her.
Is that so? For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes, street urchins, by the sound of it.
Orphans from the...
A few, perhaps. You saw... They're all looking for a new start.
Whoever's behind this would...
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved.
It's worth a
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Come, taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
I'll take the large one.
The word from the Free Cities! An excellent choice, my lord.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do. So guess what I'm about to...
Sorry.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking.
I don't know. What's picking pockets?
No, so if they come calling...
The caravan stops next to the check.
Jug of snake spit.
What do you want? It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We've heard that some very bad people are We need to know who's behind...
I don't know much about it, really. He said he got a job.
Sounds proper.
We need to find him.
Do you know where your friend... He's usually by the...
Thank you.
Come on, come on!
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that, then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy! That big fat donkey was easy pickings.
He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit! We're in trouble now!
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter! Where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a... Thank you.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I just want to ask...
Fine.
I'm looking for the people who were making you steal.
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good... I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone...
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill.
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're...
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their guild, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him!
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just Theodore, at your service.
Theodore.
Vultures who have made Balklad. They prey on the but it seems they've already stooped even low. Hansa's a good lad. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls, and my then we'll...